off, and then we'll reconvene on Monday, and Rick will let me know, but Rick does not seem concerned about game one for Andre, so it's more right now a matter of maintaining the rehab program and making sure we don't do anything silly.
Looks just about the jerseys that you scrimmaged today. How much
That's perceptive.
Yeah.
Wow.
And DeMarcus has a jersey on. How much a part of the scrimmage was he?
DeMarcus?
Yeah.
He scrimmaged along with most of the other guys. Andre and Kevin obviously did not, and pretty much everybody else scrimmaged.
Does DeMarcus have full go, full contact?
Yeah.
How's he look?
Good.
The last time you scrimmaged?
No.
There's obviously been a lot of tension on Draymond's defense and his impact in you as a team raising your defense. But how much does Clay and his ability to neutralize Lillard and Harden at times, and the big scorer on the opposing team, how much has that lifted your defense here in the last?
Well, it's a huge part of our defense, and there are multiple layers to it. Maybe the biggest layer is that Clay's, 6'7", 220, whatever he is, pounding ball handlers, and then the way we play, he often switches onto a low post guy, and for a guy to be able to switch onto a center and hold his own down on the block and chase the best guards in the world around, it's almost unheard of. What that does for Steph, allowing Steph to guard off the ball, preserving his legs at the other end. It's hard to quantify the value of what Clay does for us defensively. I mean, I'm glad he was recognized in the all-defensive team, but it goes beyond what most people would even consider. It's there's just multiple layers to it all, and I think in many ways Clay and Draymond together, they're each of their ability to switch and guard guards or bigs. That versatility is, in my mind, the key to what we do.
What's this like for Steph of getting out of some of those hiccups against Houston and obviously going back to what he normally shows?
The process?
Yeah.
He's just Steph Curry. So he has a couple bad games. He's probably going to have some good ones. So this is also the playoffs. It's like everybody overreacts to everything. In the regular season, if you have a couple tough shooting nights, nobody cares. But in the playoffs, it's totally exposed. There's national stories. And then the flip side happens, right? Guy turns it around, and all of a sudden he's the greatest player of all time. And we go back and forth. Not that any of you guys do this. This is other media members.
I do it all the time.
Oh, you do? All right. But that's what makes playing in the playoffs really difficult as a player, is the magnifying glass is on everybody. And so you're exposed, you're lauded, you're destroyed, then you rise again, and it's like this. And when you do that for 2 months, it's exhausting. So you've got to find a way to just play through all that stuff and not worry too much about it.
Something about how supportive Kevin has been at film review and all that. How have you seen him handling his time off?
Well, he's in the training room a couple times a day with Rick, and been really diligent about his work in the weight room and the training room, and he's been very supportive of his teammates, and he's doing everything possible to get back on the floor. And he's been part of this group for 3 years now, so everybody is dying for Kevin to come back for the team's sake and for his sake, and he's trying to make it happen.
What's triggered sort of Alfonso's improvement? Not just in the regular season, it seems like he's taking another step up.
I just think more opportunity. The last few games, obviously with Andre being out last game, we relied on him for heavy minutes. The game before that, he hit probably the biggest shot of the game from the corner in front of Portland's bench. But he hasn't done anything differently. It's just bigger opportunity, and then the ball goes in a couple times, and you get your name in the paper.
It seems like his offensive rebound really gives you a valuable dimension.
It does, but that's it's been the case all year. It's one of the reasons he made the team is the offensive rebounding that he showed in the preseason, It was clearly a skill that set him apart from a lot of other players.
Coach, when you watch the Eastern Conference Finals, are you able to kind of sit back and enjoy it as a fan, or are you always watching?
Both. You know, I love watching games as a fan, and it's incredible basketball. Some of the best players in the world, and you know, with the stakes so high, the level of play is so intense, and it's been fun to watch. But of course, I've got my eye on what each team is doing, and you know, trying to figure out how we would play each one of them. And eventually, we'll have an opponent, but not yet.
How impressive is what Kawhi's doing, especially when the
He's been great. He's been great. I mean, he's not surprising though. He's, you know, a guy was Finals MVP a few years ago, one of the best players in the league. So he's been great.
One more play question.
Sorry guys, I'm out. See ya.
Thanks, Sailor. On your way out.